Hey, what's up, everybody? Have you ever wondered to yourself, what does a real estate agent do? Lots of people have. You're not alone. It's what we're talking about today, and we're going to get started right now. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Mark with the My Front Range Living team here in Colorado Springs. I'm a full-time real estate agent, and today we're going to be talking about what does a real estate agent do. Now, I understand I'm a real estate agent. You're going to think, Mark, you're biased. Well, here's the deal. The reality of it is numbers show that the trust for a real estate agent ranks just shy above a politician or a used car salesman. I get it. I completely understand. And I work with real estate agents. I understand where the hesitation comes in this, but I genuinely want to talk to you about what a real estate agent should be doing to protect your best interests. So if you are selling, buying, moving to Colorado Springs or anywhere in North America, I just want to talk to you for a little bit. So if you want to employ a real estate agent or you're thinking about it and you are a buyer, let's talk about what that agent should be doing for you. Number one, right now in this market, we realize it is competitive. They need to be talking to you about every possible option that you have to be the most competitive offer that the seller sees. The other side of that coin is they absolutely must keep your best interest as the buyer in mind. What does that mean? Look, we can throw cash at a transaction all day long, but it's not necessarily the best route to take. That's just the honest truth right there. It's not necessarily the best way to go. For sellers, yeah, they'll take all the money and all the land, and that's great. But as a buyer, if you put an appraisal gap out there, you need to talk to your real estate agent. Hey, what do you really think that this house is going to appraise at? Have them show you the comps for the area before you're thinking, yeah, we're going to put this huge amount of money down. Make sure that it's within your wheelhouse. If you need to know more about appraisal gaps, you can check out this video right here. Escalation clauses. Escalation clause, that's going to make you competitive as well. Now, escalation clauses are fantastic. And what I always like to tell our buyers is, look, a home is only worth what you are willing to pay for it. If someone's willing to pay $600,000 for a $500,000 house, let them. That may not necessarily be you. It might be. Everybody's circumstances are different, but an escalation clause can be used to make you a more competitive offer, and it'll help you get above asking price, but maybe not necessarily the top of your price point. If you want to know more about escalation clauses, you can check out this video right here. So the inspection, never, ever, 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 under any circumstances, for any reason, waive your right to an independent third-party inspection. That's key. Because in this market right now, we are seeing people waive that. That's not wise. And let me tell you why. You heard me say it. It's an independent third-party inspection. You need that. It has nothing to do with me. They're actually your contractor. They're working with you, not with me. So that's big. Have them look at stuff throughout the house to make sure that you're not getting in over your head. That's key. Hire a great inspector. Walk the house with them. You can follow them around if you want to. And I realize there's going to be inspectors that get upset with me for saying that, but you absolutely can. Follow them around the house, ask what they're doing, see what they're doing, and make sure that the single largest asset purchase you're ever going to make is a wise decision. Post-closing occupancy agreements. Let's talk about that. That, as a buyer, can make you super competitive in a market, right? So if the seller wants to close on a house but wants to stay in it a little bit longer, you, as a buyer, can say, absolutely, you can stay in the house for a set period of time for a set price. And oftentimes, if you want to be competitive, you won't even charge them. That's a possibility. But again, that's every individual's circumstances. It's not just one size fits all. So talk with your agent. What should I be doing in this case? How long do they need? I don't really think that it's feasible for me to let someone stay in the house too terribly long without charging for them. Talk to your agent about that. New builds. New builds are super hot right now for the simple fact that there's not a lot to buy. So if you can get into a new build, it's a fantastic option. What should an agent be doing for you there? Well, here's what we like to do. We like to make sure that we're at design center appointments. We are following up with the contract because any new build that you do, you are signing a builder's contract. You can only guess who that contract is geared towards protecting. It's not you, the buyer. So make sure that you have the agent with you looking over everything. If you have questions, ask those questions, and the agent should be able to describe to you what's going on in the contract, what you're signing, and why you're signing it. The other thing that we do is we walk the houses with everybody. We know what we're looking for when we walk these houses. Before we even walk the houses, we're at the design center with you. There are some design options. Maybe you really, really like them. Maybe you don't. The reality of it is we can help you determine what's going to get you the most return on investment at the design center. You don't necessarily need quartz countertops if granite will work in this market, and you'll get just as much return on investment. So it's important to have a qualified, educated agent with you when you do a new build as well. So hey, let's say you're thinking about selling. Well, obviously right now, selling doesn't take a whole lot. So Mark, why don't I just do a FSBO, a for sale by owner? I'll just sell it myself and I'll save the real estate agent fees. That's a great option. And I want to talk about that ad nauseum here in just a second. But there are multiple offers. You need to know how to read, write, and accept contracts. You need to know how to discern what different information is on different contracts because you're probably going to get a lot. You need to be able to effectively fill out the required disclosures, and absolutely you can hire legal counsel to do that for or with you. But the reality of it is an agent knows everything to do. They know what all the disclosures have to be and what's best going to protect you. Another thing that an agent does, yes, you have access to Realtor.com and Zillow and Redfin and all of those fun platforms, but a lot of folks are looking in the MLS. And an agent is going to be able to effectively market your home in the MLS. Here's the deal. And agents, if you're listening, throwing you on blast right this second. Quit taking freaking cell phone photos of $500,000 houses. And a good agent is going to be out there and they're going to help you effectively market it. We have a professional photographer that's going to come in and help you stage everything to make it look awesome. Speaking of staging, that's something else. We have access to home stagers. Even if it's not a vacant home, we're not saying bring somebody in and stage a vacant home. Even if you are occupying the home, they could move your furniture around a little bit, make it a little more appealing based on their information and the numbers that they have to get you a better price. So that's where agents should be stepping into that. So here's the deal. 90% of people out there right now are selling their homes through an agent. 90%, okay? So that leaves a small percentage of people who are not. 89% of buyers prefer to work with an agent. So that's a much larger buying pool that you are exposing yourself to if you're working with an agent. It's vitally important that you understand as a seller that agent commissions and fees are negotiable 100% of the time here in Colorado. Check with your agent wherever you might be, but here in Colorado, negotiate. Especially in this market, you might be able to negotiate a lower commission price, okay? So the reality of it is, even on those successful for sale by owner transactions, 40% of those people already knew that someone wanted to buy their house. They knew the person who wanted to buy the house, and that makes it a lot easier. But here's what I want to tell you if you are a seller. In this market, sometimes it absolutely makes sense to go through for sale by owner. Maybe legal counsel costs less than you would pay in agent commissions. But if you want an expert to help guide you through, maybe you interview more than one or two agents. Maybe you don't just pick the first agent you see. Maybe you don't just go on Zillow and say, hey, this person looks nice. Do your research. There's social media out there. You can find us on My Front Range Living just about anywhere you go on the social platforms. Check us out. We want to help do the best service we can by you. Everybody's different. Everybody has a story, and we want to be part of yours. Hey, as always, we hope you found value in the content. It would be awesome if you went and subscribed to the channel. That's why we bought the sign. We're putting out content every single week to help you make Colorado Springs feel like home. As always, if you have any questions, we would love to help any way that we can. Feel free to reach out, comment. You can email us, call us, text us, whatever works best for you. If you are thinking about moving to Colorado Springs, you can go down in the video description below. We have a relocation guide and a buyer's guide. Those are yours at no obligation. Thanks again for stopping by, everybody. I am Mark with the My Front Range Living team, powered by RE/MAX Integrity. We look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.